the state of insecurity in Nigeria has gotten to an alarming proportion such that it's now become a sleepless night for minimum or average Nigerians now. Just end of last week, President Trump announced that in collaboration with Nigerian security, they were able to kill, eliminate, or delete, remove, wipe out the assistant leader of ISIS in Nigeria. ISIS means Islamic State of Syria, of Iraq and Syria. ISIS. These are Islamic fundamentalists who want to create a country of their own. They wanted to create it between Iraq and Syria when there was Syrian war. So they wanted to create part of Iraq and part of Syria as an independent entity, independent country called Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, ISIS. And this is a Islamic fundamentalist ideology, Islamic fundamentalist entity they want to create in between those countries that time. And there was serious war. And that was the period of Obama and US where Obama released American military to conquer them, to wipe them out, eliminate them from that portion. That's why they are not able to achieve that aim. And now they have been scattered all over the world, particularly Africa. Nigeria is where they are based. Now, the assistant leader of the ISIS globally was admitted last week by American military in conjunction with the Nigerian military. President Trump announced it. Even our president who has spoken concerning it. Don't forget that on the Christmas 26th of December last year, the Christmas Boxing Day, the American American African Command, based in Gulf of Guinea, launched an attack on Nigerian, state of Sokoto, where Boko Haram, where ISWAP, Lakurama, ISIS, just naming where they were camped, and American missile landed on them. Some of them were killed. But since after that, they have regrouped and carried out more heinous crime, more deadliest acts, attack on people on different parts of the community of Nigeria. And where they have carried out this that's as recently, it's one they carried out in Oyo State last week, where a school was attacked by terrorists. They abducted school children, teachers, even the principal of the school too were abducted. And the worst of it, the principal has been killed by the terrorists, was beheaded. And the behead was put on social media for people to see, to tell you the disaster acts of the terrorists. That's the level that's going to. And this arm of Oyo State is where these terrorists struck so much last time that made Sunday Adeyemo constantly go to rise up against them. Of course, the people that were involved were the Fulani herdsmen, which made Sunday go to rise up and drove them out of the whole of enclave of that Oyo area in that time. That drove them to Kwara. And now they have regrouped back to Oyo State. They have even struck some schools. They have struck the school last week, as I told you. Children were kidnapped, Syria were kidnapped. And they are still holding down, they are still holding them in the forest, where they're taking them to asking for, expecting to get ransom for their bail. This is the situation we are expecting now. Now, the government of Southwest, we are wondering why they've not sought collaboration from different existing groups that can assist the government of Southwest to combat this insecurity. Oh yes, they've established Amotekun, but can Amotekun, can it bring solution to this incident? We have seen that Amotekun cannot bring solution to this incident. Otherwise, where is Amotekun? Where these bandits, where these terrorists struck that school and what is the way with children now asking for ransom? That means Amotekun alone is not enough to cope with it. And recently, the Ghanaian Kakanfo, Ghanaian Adams, told the government of the Southwest that they need to give them permission for them to collaborate with with the Southwest governors and governments, so that they can name this insecurity in the body. They have everybody men on ground, member of association, OPC and the rest, Agbekoya and the rest of them, all these extra, paramilitary outfits, they are all on ground. But they are expecting the government of Southwest to give them authority, to give them approval to support the system, security structure. But they've not done so. And we are wondering why they refuse to make use of existing opportunities, ready-made personnel who are on ground support the Southwest, the initiative, the security on ground to support them to make sure they root out. Because I know when these people receive the backing of the Southwest government, they have mobilized, great number of people in their membership that can engage these terrorists face to face, battle to battle. But they've not used this. The same is applicable to other parts of Nigeria. In the Southeast, at the Southeast governments, are they also encouraging their people to come out and defend themselves? No, even in Southwest, the same thing we are expecting now, that the government of Southwest, apart from encouraging the paramilitary security outfits, which you may call non-state actors, to support the government initiative, to collaborate with existing security outfits to do this this terrorist insurgents. They've not done so, and these people, the resources and the Southwest is just lying idle. The resources that can support the outfits is lying idle. And the Southwest government have never they did not mobilize the people, the inhabitants, the citizens, the indigenous of different localities, of different indigenous places, to come out to be a front line, security, defense of their individual areas where they are living. They have not done this as well. And one is now wondering, what are they doing? What is the government of Southwest is doing? Not mobilizing the inhabitants, the residents, the indigenous people of that land, the indigenous of that land, the inhabitants of that land to form themselves into security defense system. Maybe whatever name you call it, after the ideology of community policing, they can form themselves to vigilante that will be safeguarding their area. They will be the first line of defense. And if you have all these people across the states, everywhere in Nigeria, if every community can be mobilized by the state government, by the state government and the governments of these areas, mobilizing every resident, every community members of this area, of this where the people are living, the regional places, to form themselves to come into defensive line or first line of defense before they will now be calling on police, IMA to come and support them. I'm sure these insurgents will come down, because the insurgents know that wherever they are going, the people they are vulnerable. They are not being organized into security outfits, into the vigilante outfits, whatever you call it, the vigilante security outfits, whatever name you give it, at least the inhabitant civilian people, the inhabitant people, the residents, the indigenous of those areas, because they know they have not been formed into any mobilization. They have not been mobilized to any resistance group against them. That's why they just come easily and go scot-free. So now the terrorists are known that the easiest target is school children. That's where the government or individual parents will bring money for them. But how long can this be the source? How long will this be going on? That's why we are now calling on every state government, every local government to begin to mobilize the people in their locality, in their indigenous places, in their residence, their community, to become a first line of defense of their area. Form them. Thank you very much.